Today, I want to walk you through the first 10 minutes of John Kennedy's peace speech. Because in those 10 minutes, he uses 4 simple techniques that any of us, you and me, can use when we speak. So let's talk through them, and I will show you how you can use them the same way he did.
What kind of a peace do I mean, and what kind of a peace do we seek? Not a Pax Americana, enforced on the world by American weapons of war. Not the peace of the grave or the security of the slave. I am talking about genuine peace, the kind of peace that makes life on earth worth living.
Number 1. The art of defining by contrast. Kennedy starts by asking, what kind of peace do we seek? And instead of giving some perfect definition, he begins by clearing away their own ones. Not a forced peace, not a peace that breaks people instead of lifting them, because the human mind understands something much faster when you tell it what the thing isn't. When you're describing an idea, don't just explain it. Start by removing the mistakes, the confession, the assumptions people always make. Here is a simple way to think about it. Say the idea, clear up what people usually get wrong, and then reveal the real meaning. It's the same way a sculptor removes stone to find the shape inside. That's how your message becomes unmistakable.
Too many of us think it is impossible. Too many think it is unreal. But that is a dangerous, defeatist belief.
Number 2, the frustration phase. Later, Kennedy says, too many of us think it's impossible. Too many think it's unreal. That line hits because it's true. And this is a part of every good story, every good speech, the frustration phase. It's where you acknowledge the real struggle, you admit what people are afraid to say out loud. You show the tension, the stakes, the honest difficulty. Because if your audience never feels the challenge, they won't care about the solution, right? So when you speak, don't pretend everything is perfect. Talk about the obstacles, talk about the doubts, and let people feel seen. Number 3, the resolution. But Kennedy doesn't leave people there. He follows with,
By defining our goal more clearly, by making it seem more manageable and less remote, we can help all people to see it, to draw hope from it.
this is the resolution, the moment where things shift from heaviness to possibility. Every meaningful message follows that rhythm. Dream, frustration, and finally resolution. You show the dream, you show the difficulty, and then you show the way through. Number 4, confession. And then Kennedy does something powerful, something most speakers never dare. He says,
As Americans, we find communism profoundly repugnant as a negation of personal freedom and dignity. But we can still hail the Russian people for their many achievements in science and space.
and it's one of the strongest tools a speaker has, especially when talking to people who disagree. Public speaking isn't about crushing opponents, it's about winning the audience behind them. 4 principles from 10 minutes of a single speech. Define by contrast, create the frustration, offer the resolution, and use confession to reach those not ready to hear you until you show them you understand them. Master this, and you won't just speak to a room, you'll command it. And that is how influence begins.